In this week's crypto news, Coinbase is funding a lawsuit against the Treasury Department following sanctions on the mixing service Tornado Cash.
Queen Elizabeth II passed away this week, and her son King Charles III now leads the UK. A look back at her legacy, plus what this could mean for the crypto universe across the pond.
Papa Powell talks down on unbacked crypto assets while saying something entirely different about stablecoins.
The Treasury Department is set to issue 4 reports next week relating to cryptocurrency, what the Fed has in mind ahead.
And last Wednesday marked the 1-year anniversary that El Salvador started accepting Bitcoin as legal tender. We'll take a closer look at how things are going.
We have market prices to cover,
Daily winners and losers to declare,
and smart money moves to uncover to maximize your portfolio. All that and more on this episode of Crypto Market Today. We're your hosts. I'm Lucy Vanghouse.
I'm Brian Hoffman. Thanks for joining us. But before we dive on in, don't forget to give this video a like and a subscription so you don't miss out on the latest crypto news. Let's start with a look at the markets. Ethereum, the number 2 ranked cryptocurrency by market cap, is getting ready to merge. On the heels of the final network upgrade last Tuesday called the Bellatrix upgrade, there is nothing left standing between Ethereum and its ultimate switch to the proof of stake Beacon chain. In less than 35,000 block transactions and counting, the merge is predicted to occur on Wednesday, September 14th at right around 9:40 in the evening Eastern Time, though the exact time is likely to fluctuate as we get closer and closer to the actual event. According to data from ethernodes.org, following the latest Bellatrix upgrade, over 84% of Ethereum nodes are now ready for the merge.
One of the biggest knocks on Ethereum has been its inability to handle transactions at scale. With the rise of layer 2 blockchains, Ethereum's scaling issues may be a thing of the past. Transactions on layer 2 networks are processed at a fraction of the cost of mainnet, while still utilizing security of the Ethereum network. Data from Nansen.ai shows that over 13.6 million Ethereum is currently locked in the ETH2 deposit contract. That's over 11.2% of all circulating Ethereum. At current prices, that's over $23 billion securing the Ethereum 2 Beacon chain through staking. As for price, Ethereum started the week trading at $1,588. Twice it tested the weekly lows at around $1,500 before jumping 12% to reach a 7-day high of $1,711 and still climbing.
Technical analysis from TradingView.com for Ethereum reveals that despite its recent climb upwards in price, it's up over 42% from June and July lows, it still may be a good time to buy some ETH. And with the merge fast approaching, Ethereum and the crypto community at large, well, they're all on the precipice of a major cataclysmic event. Now let's take a look at the number 1 ranked cryptocurrency by market cap. That is, of course, Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin started the week trading at right around $20,000 and spent most of the week in accumulation. Now, on Tuesday, price did drop to the 7-day low at around $18,700 before surging over 11% to the weekly high of $21,000. Technical analysis for Bitcoin says that it may be a good time to buy some Bitcoin. Now, the 10-day momentum indicator and the 10 plus 20-day moving averages, well, they're all pointing bullish for Bitcoin's price.
The White House delivered some important news for Bitcoin this week in its report titled Climate and Energy Implications of Crypto Assets in the United States. On the favorable end, the report indicates that Bitcoin mining can have a net positive impact on climate initiatives. The report reads, quote, crypto asset mining operations that capture vented methane to produce electricity can yield positive results for the climate. It goes on to say, and is more likely to help rather than hinder U.S. climate objectives. Using curtailed electricity can provide additional revenue to renewable developers and incentivize the construction of additional renewable energy capacity, end quote.
Of course, on the other end of things, Lucy, we did find out that really Bitcoin mining and cryptocurrency mining uses up more energy than all of the light produced energy here in the US. And there are many other studies around the world that shows we use more power for cryptocurrency than some countries do as a whole. So
right, it's a bit ironic, isn't it? But are they looking into the DeFi platforms for that? That's my question.
Yeah, we're going to have to report on that one later on. Well, on a less favorable end as well, the report indicates that the White House and/or Congress could consider banning proof of work mining altogether. The report reads, quote, should these measures prove ineffective at reducing impacts, the administration should explore executive actions, and Congress might consider legislation to limit or eliminate the use of high energy intensity consensus mechanisms for crypto asset mining, end quote. After Ethereum successfully merges to proof of stake, Bitcoin will remain the only major cryptocurrency to utilize the energy-intensive proof of work blockchain.
As for the crypto markets at large, the global crypto market is up 3% on the week as total market cap crossed back into $1 trillion territory on Friday after dropping below $900 billion just a few days prior. The crypto market is slightly outperforming major indexes for the week. The S&P 500 up 1.7% and the Nasdaq is up 1.3%.
Definitely good news for the stock market. Well, on a list of the CoinMarketCap's top 100 cryptocurrencies, it's one you'll never guess. Terra Luna. That's right, it's back. It's ranked 57th on total market cap. That's the week's biggest winner. Now, Luna is up 245% over the last 7 days and is currently trading hands at $6.53. According to an article from Cointelegraph, quote, the hype around Terra Classic's staking service and new token burning feature is helping fuel the Lunic, or LUNC, also known as Luna Classic, rally, unquote. Now, on the other side of the market, Nexo is down 15% on the 7-day charts and is currently trading hands at 92 cents. On Wednesday, Nexo introduced a new trading platform to its retail users that offers spot, futures, and margin order execution. That's per Seeking Alpha.
Taking a look now at the Bitcoin dominance chart, not much has changed, but Bitcoin is in the #1 spot and Ethereum is slowly closing the gap. Bitcoin currently holds a 38.8% market share. Ethereum is in second place with 20.2% market share, and Tether is in third with 6.5% market share.
Well, it's time for the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, which of course analyzes sentiments for Bitcoin and other top cryptocurrencies. It's currently sitting at 22, indicating extreme fear. That's the prevailing market sentiment, unfortunately. Now, this shows a minor degrade of market sentiment from last week when the index number was 25. If you remember though, Lucy, it was sitting at 30 the week before, so unfortunately it just seems to be getting more and more fearful. But again, as one of my favorite investors says, be brave when others are fearful and fearful when others are brave. Well, before we get to the big stories of the week, here's a word from our sponsor.
Today, we're offering you a very special gift, 100 free Unicoins. Unicoin is the first equity-backed dividend-paying cryptocurrency, well-positioned to become the leader of the crypto market. In such case, your 100 Unicoins may become a $4,000 value. Unicoin was launched by Unicorn Hunters, the famous business show with stars like Steve Wozniak, the legendary co-founder of Apple, and Rosie Rios, the 43rd Treasurer of the United States of America. Simply go to unicoin.com/100 and enter the name of this YouTube channel as the code to claim your free Unicoins. Unicoin, the currency which pays you, is well positioned to win over currencies which shrink in value.
If you want to take advantage of that 100 free Unicoin offering, make sure that you enter in our special code here at Crypto Market Today, which is CMT News.
Now for the big stories of the week. In an interview with Cato Institute's 40th Annual Monetary Conference, Papa Powell himself said that the unbacked crypto assets do not appear to offer much in the way of interest as public payments and are not a great store of value and rather a speculative asset. But he had a different opinion on stablecoins. Take a listen.
But stablecoins is a different thing. And, the question is, are there forms of private money like stablecoins which can play a role in our financial system, which would, and the answer is, of course, that we don't want to stand in the way of appropriate innovation, particularly including, digital innovation. But we think that something like that, which is, purporting to be money, would need to be appropriately regulated. And I hear that wide agreement on that, by the way, from a lot of the stablecoin companies now are seeing that as part of getting to a place where they are a legitimate part of the financial system. So I think you need regulation. If people are going to think something is money, then it needs to actually have the qualities of money.
Speaking of the feds, the Treasury Department is set to issue 4 reports next week relating to cryptocurrency, stating that the risks outweigh the benefits unless they are properly regulated. These reports come out after President Biden's March executive order, which focused on how to better regulate cryptocurrencies. These reports will focus on the economic risks that cryptocurrency holds, including fraud and hacks, with one specifically on stablecoins. You may remember last year that the Biden administration recommended that only banks should be allowed to issue those stable coins, but more recently has been open up to the idea of working with groups outside standard financial institutions. Currently, the department does not think that crypto poses a direct threat to the financial system yet, although that may change. There are a bunch of different bills that are being worked on by both Democratic and Republican lawmakers that would further regulate crypto, which we may see very soon as Congress is back in session as of this week.
One more short story for you guys. This is also on the federal government. The SEC chair, Gary Gensler, says that there is no need for too many new regulations on crypto, as most regulations already apply to cryptocurrency. Speaking at a conference, he said that, quote, the vast majority of cryptocurrencies are securities, and current SEC regulations apply to those tokens, end quote. Well, it's been officially 1 year since El Salvadorian President Nayib Bukele signed the Bitcoin law in hopes that it would boost the economy and help international trade with a small country. Just after the announcement, Bitcoin did see its highest price to date, but a year later, it seems the coin is hovering right around that $20,000 mark. This is not, however, discouraging the president, who announced in a tweet that El Salvador purchased 80 Bitcoin at $19,000 each, stating that Bitcoin is still the future and thank you for selling cheap. The total purchase equated to around $1.52 million. According to CoinDesk data, however, El Salvador is over 55% in the red on its holdings, making a total of $103 million in Bitcoin, currently sitting at just around $46 million today. Now, reports suggest that the total amount of Bitcoin El Salvador holds is less than 0.5% of its annual budget.
Queen Elizabeth II, UK's longest-serving ruler, has died at the age of 96, ending her 70-year reign. The Queen, who died peacefully at her Scottish estate on Thursday, took the throne in 1952 and became one of the most well-known and beloved rulers in the world. Her son, now King Charles III, is scheduled to address the nation on Friday. The next few weeks will be a shock to many Britons, most of which have spent their entire life under the rule of Queen Elizabeth. Normal politics will be suspended as the Queen's coffin will be placed in Westminster Hall prior to her funeral, which will be marked as a public holiday. As for what this means for the crypto world, not much is known quite yet, but in a speech by then Prince Charles, an emphasis was put on cryptocurrencies. Later, both the Economic Secretary of the Treasury and the Treasury Chancellor backed up these sentiments, saying the government will, quote, guarantee the UK financial services industry remains at the forefront of technology and innovation.
The suit is being filed by a group of Tornado Cash users, as the platform has been declared illegal for alleged criminals' use of the mixer. This decision was made by the U.S. Treasury Department, and the suit against them claims that it is unfair to interfere in the activities of a private company. Coinbase Chief Legal Officer Paul Grewal told CNBC, quote, it's a dangerous precedent, and that, quote, we came to understand that we had employees inside Coinbase who rely upon tornado cash to do things like donate money to relief efforts in Ukraine and to protect their transactions and salary information from prying eyes. Ordinary people doing ordinary things suddenly swept up in designations that had no basis in law, end quote. For those who don't know, tornado cash basically lets users deposit and withdraw funds from different places and then mixes up all of those funds into a common pool with the goal of making it untraceable to the blockchain and allowing for complete anonymity. Now, we did reach out to the CEO of Coinbase for more information, maybe a comment. We've yet to hear back. Now, we at Crypto Market Today, we're constantly scouring the internet and searching for new coins and blockchains for more earning potential and maybe some utility. Something pretty interesting popped up on our radar.
That's right, Brian. And it actually comes from Singapore-based XT.com, which is actually the first social-infused digital asset trading platform, which announced it will soon drop a new coin called Red Light Finance, or RedLC. And it's trading a pair combined with USDT available on the chain's metaverse or main zone. Its goal is to be the platform's primary medium of exchange for all transactions with scalability, security, and decentralization challenges through the optimization. And this is the big part, Brian. I'm really excited about this. This is going to be a gasless blockchain.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, it's huge.
What we've all heard of the dangers of the DeFi space. We actually touched on it in this episode, in fact. But RedLC's big objective is to bridge that gap from the DeFi world into the real world without any big hassle. Here's a little bit more about XT.com.
Introducing the world's first socially infused exchange, XT.com. XT.com is a professional crypto trading platform with over 500 plus high-quality currencies and 900 plus trading pairs. By creating an account on XT.com, you can trade profitably between a variety of cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, and many other potential classes of digital assets. The advantages of trading on XT.com includes extremely low fees and staking rewards unlike any other platform. Sign up on XT.com and make your first crypto purchase with as little as $1. Download the XT.com app today.
We'll end today's episode with a little crypto arts and culture as we take a look at this week's #1 highest selling NFT. And this week's winner is, thank you, Brian, Pale Blue Death, a color study by Alpha Centauri Kid. The NFT art piece is a one of one that sold for 201 Ethereum, which approximately is $305,000 at the time of sale.
This one's pretty cool though, and it's moving as well, and it's pretty raw. I don't know if I'd spend that much money or if I have that much money, right. But you know, very, very cool. A little bit better than some that we've seen.
Right, let's hope our investments work out. And Brian, I have to ask, do you say GIF or GIF?
Oh man, I'm a GIF guy. Are you a GIF or?
Well, considering my fiance's name is Jeff, right? Yeah. Brian and I were so thrilled to see that in last week's episode, we got some questions rolling in from you, the viewer. So this week we are going to answer some of those, and we have a question from Bjornberg, and he's asking, would a follow-up news story on Celsius and the court case be valid news to cover? Perhaps an interview describing the case and predict the outcome.
Well, like I said last time around, I forgot to pack up my crystal ball, so I'm really not able to tell you the outcome of this case, but it doesn't look very good for Celsius. Everything from the co-founder declaring that his equity in the company is worthless, declaring that in court, to saying that Celsius misled and really kind of hid its financial woes. all the way to saying that the Celsius network owes its customers over $4.7 billion after declaring its bankruptcy. And the list of headlines and woes goes on and on and on. So this is a terrific story that we will be following up with next week. Now, we will be reaching out as well to the owner of Celsius. Hopefully he's going to be getting back to us, but if not, we're also going to be reaching out to other legal experts to see if we can get some more information and some different views going into this court case. Thanks for your question.
Well, that about does it for this week's episode of Crypto Market Today. But before we go, keep in mind that none of this is investment advice, and every investment you make carries its own potential risk or reward. We hope that this broadcast helped you make more informed decisions, and if it did, give it a like and subscribe.
Doing so not only keeps you alerted to our future content, but also ensures that we can continue to bring you the latest crypto news from around the world. But before we go, we want to reach out yet again to you, the viewer, directly. Drop any questions you may have about crypto market or maybe a coin, maybe a blockchain into the comments below for a chance to have your questions answered on next week's episode from Lucy or I. Thanks for joining us on Crypto Market Today. We'll see you next time.